Cedric Haynes is in our Storm Alert Center this afternoon. We are so glad to have Cedric back with us, especially when the topic is a very positive one.
That's right, and he's bringing good news about this weather, and it is just continuing. It started off in fall-like weather.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and even out there right now, there you see from our Easy Auto camera there in Cleveland there, we've got some filtered sunshine, but overall, not too bad, of course, if you're stepping out the door. 81 degrees outside now. Again, we've got a batch of cloud cover that's rolling through, so that's filtering out the sun just a little bit, but still fairly nice out there. Look at the humidity, look at the dew point. We're not going to see rain with these numbers as the humidity levels are fairly low, and that trend will continue. Let me show you the temperatures in your neighborhood because we're sitting at about 80 degrees in Athens, 81 in Cleveland and Dayton. We've got 74 in Blue Ridge, 76 in Murphy, 79 in Dalton. Our friends in Calhoun sitting at 82 degrees, 80 degrees currently in Lafayette, and good afternoon in Scottsboro sitting at 82 degrees. So here's a look at the satellite and radar, and you can see this batch of cloud cover basically moving right across the heart of the Tennessee Valley now, but again, not completely cloudy, but the blue areas here showing us some of those thicker clouds that are kind of stuck over the region, but you can see that batch is already rotating out. Everything is rotating around this area of high pressure, the big blue H, which has made its way a little farther off to the east, so now we're getting that return flow, allowing for some of these clouds to move in, but what it is not going to allow for is rain to move in the area. All the shower and thunderstorm activity remaining off to our west here, at least over the near term. So as we go throughout the next few hours, again, and the next few days, we'll have patches of clouds. Can't rule out a sprinkle maybe trying to pop up somewhere Thursday into Friday, but for the most of us, we'll stay dry. What I'm going to be keeping my eye on closely here is an area of low pressure that will likely develop down to our south along a stalled out front as we get into Thursday and Friday. That will begin to work its way up the East Coast, and you can see all the inclement weather, the heavy rain, the gusty winds, even some high rip currents and some waves out there action on the East Coast will be occurring. But notice this dry slot basically over the Tennessee Valley. Here's kind of a way to look at that. As you look at the rainfall totals, you'll be able to see the heavy rainfall with this area of low pressure remaining along the East Coast. And again, notice here in the Tennessee Valley, looking pretty dry despite that area of low pressure moving on through. I'll show you another way to kind of view this. This low pressure, the green here, the very humid air that's showing up, watch how that green kind of rotates up the East Coast, but the northerly winds really strengthen on the backside of this low pressure. So it's going to continue to pull down some much drier air across the Tennessee Valley just in time for the weekend. So I think actually as we move towards Saturday and Sunday, we will likely see more sunshine than what we'll see over the next couple of days as that dry air begins to work its way back in with those northerly winds. So overall, with your fall countdown, we're looking at about 3 days. That's right, officially down to 3 days until the start of fall, at least officially here in the Tennessee Valley. And right now, your first day is looking pretty good. Of course, temperatures in the mid-80s. It'll be an amazing day. Cool in the morning, warm in the afternoon, but I think more sunshine, again, than what we're going to be seeing here for our Thursday and Friday during that time. Now, as you look at your muggy meter, you'll see the dew points start to slowly climb as we go into the weekend, but still in that comfortable range. But notice the beginning of next week, it starts to get in the humid range again. Well, that probably means we've got a weather system approaching, and sure enough, we will. Let's jump ahead now and talk about what happens at the end of the weekend. Again, Saturday looking good, Sunday for the Ironman festivities, the weather looking pretty good, but notice as we get towards your Sunday night and really heading into your Monday, we'll see a few showers off to the west with a frontal boundary that's basically going to crawl towards the Tennessee Valley, and that'll give us some unsettled weather Monday into Tuesday with a chance of scattered showers. But look at the rainfall totals, not looking very high. In fact, right now I'm thinking 1/10 of an inch or less showing up on the models. Of course, we'll fine tune that as we get closer, but the rain not looking like anything extremely heavy anytime soon. So pleasant weather to wrap up the week. The weekend, very fall-like, highs in the 80s, lows in the 50s and 60s. And next week, that's our next chance of rain. Guys?
Okay.
That'll be a while. All right. Thank you, Cedric.